So this week I just wanted to talk a little bit about the counting and phrasing of the Bulerías, using as an example the second falsetto from the classic Paco de Lucia Bulerías, Punta del Faro. That's from the album El Duende Flamenco de Paco de Lucia. So I'll just play through that slowly to start with to get an idea of that one. So it starts on the 12. So there's an extra 6 beats in that. You might have noticed some of the previous Bulerías Monday videos where I've mentioned repeat phrases of 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like the second half of the compass. So when that comes up, it's a good way of practicing that sometimes. It's just to get used to these extra 6s with the basic compass. I mean, the one I'll be doing videos of Bulerías from scratch as well. So, but the basic compass that I used to start with would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a particularly good one to start with. I'll explain more about that in other videos. But I always think about the extra 6s in terms of the second half of the compass, so the 7, 8, 9, 10. So you're either delaying that or repeating that. So in terms of, and it doesn't have to square out to 12 either, but what happens with the first half is you might have something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 6, and it'd usually be something like an odd amount followed by an ending 7, 8, 9, 10, the closing, the second half of the compass. So because that first half is operating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's acting like a waltz, which tends to always be square, so it doesn't really run into problems. So it wouldn't matter if you counted that as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So going up using the 9 as well. But the reason I don't really like that too much is because 9's not an accent in Bulerías, where if you count just the first half, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, then those points, like if it was something like 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in that case, every one of those chord changes comes on an accent in the Bulerías, so it's the 3 and the 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That would be 9, that would be the 3 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then leaves you then 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the end half can be repeated as many times as necessary because it's often used in the singing accompaniment or by the singers to hold on to a note without having to hold on for a whole compass. So the guitarist might be 12, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 12, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, and the singer's still hanging. And then finally 7, 8, 9, 10. So it just depends on that. So there's no actual rule about how many of these extra end halves you can have. So it's either used to sort of repeat something at the end, hold, or just a waiting, sort of a hanging thing. So in this falsetto, there's so the first compass, just a normal 12, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, another 12 here. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and now they're hanging 7, 8, and then the next group of notes leads up to the 12 again. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, and then back to a normal 12, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what I've noticed is with counting, just in general with counting, lots of teachers and things I've seen, videos I've seen, teaching videos I've seen, say that counting is obviously a good thing, but it's not as easy as sometimes they may make out. So although it's good to count basic rhythm in flamenco because everything's quite straightforward, like if you're doing 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. So that's fine. That's that type of rhythm is fairly, one can get used to that fairly quickly. And then you're getting used to vocalizing the numbers, which is the key thing actually. So once you're used to vocalizing the numbers, when things get more complex or more syncopated in the rhythm, it's not so easy to count that without one important factor, and that's being able to vocalize the actual thing you're trying to count before you even attempt to count it. So I think that's the point where often that bit's missed in the explanation, that you need to be able to vocalize before you can sing a complex part. So I would include this falsetto in that too. So unless you can sing that, and this by singing or vocalizing, I mean not exactly the notes, because that's not always possible, but certainly the movement of the thing and the exact rhythm as well. So, and then across the backing as well, I can demonstrate that. So what I'm going to do first is just to say, to show that it can be sung or vocalized, and then you use the numbers to do the vocalization, and you learn how to use the numbers with syllables and things like that. It becomes something that you get used to. It's a very, very good thing for checking and keeping, if you're composing something or you want to check it and you can sing it, and then you can use the numbers to sing it and check it's all in time. That's a good way. Using backings and metronome is good, but it's a useful tool. But with complex things, it does need to be able to be, I would say, you should be able to vocalize the passage first, or the passages. So I'm going to do that with a backing here that's made for this second falsetto in the Punta del Faro, and I'm going to try and find that. Right. So I'll put a slow 130 beats per minute. So it's 2 compass to start with on this one. So we'll start the falsetto coming up on the 12. Okay, next time now I'll do it again with the numbers, using the numbers to vocalize. So if I can do that first one, then the second one is a lot easier then. 12 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8 and 9 and 10 and 11, 12 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7, 8 and 9 and 10, 11, 12 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, 11, 12, 7, 8, 9 and 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, 11, 12 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. Okay, so that's that, and Yeah, so that's the important thing, is to be able to vocalize the thing in the first place and then use the numbers to count through it. Just an interesting thing about the Punta del Faro is I remember a long time ago there was a transcription. I'm not sure if it's an official transcription, but somebody had gone from the beginning of the piece, and where it starts with a half compass, and then started that as if it was from the beginning of a 12, when it was in fact the second half of a 12. So then when it got to the normal rhythm, the first time the basic, or the normal compass is played, 1, 2, 3, that was on 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then when it got to this falsetto that I've been doing, that with the extra 6 in, that brought the whole thing, which is the second falsetto, that brought the whole thing back to a normal 12 phrasing. And the person transcribing it thought that was a really clever thing, like put it out 6 beats and then suddenly bring it back in 6 beats, when in fact that means the phrasing for the majority of the things in between is completely wrong. So it's not that, it just happened to start on this second half and then there's an extra 6 in this one. But every time you come back to this, you're in the right place. So doing it wrong, because the beginning is 12, 7, it starts at 12, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But if we do that, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then it's all out of phrase. Then, so that just shows, that's the proof how you can figure out how it started, the piece. And then when it comes to this one, that just starts normally on the 12 and then throws that extra 6 in. So anyway, I'll be doing more videos on basic Bulerías. That'll be Bulerías from scratch, and coming up quite soon. And also more videos with counting things and about counting anyway as a specific thing. So I just thought this might be useful because I've been doing a lot of videos with counting 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and maybe it makes a bit more sense of that. So anyway, I hope you find it useful, and until next Monday, see you then.